Alvarez. Wilco makes a run ahead of him. Bergkamp suddenly changed pace through the centre. It's Bergkamp! That's magnificent! The move, and then this, which left Dabby's ass totally stranded.
Hello, welcome to Bergkamp Wonderland, still an Arsenal podcast, coming up to our 10-year anniversary. And I can't remember the date of our very first pod, but it was sometime in June 2013 when we were not happy bunnies. This is also going to break the record for the quickest demonetization we've ever had for a podcast, because these series of shows is called now then, where is it? Make sure I get it right. You'd think, oh, here we go, it's top of the screen. What idea, brilliant. The Arsenal transfer news bullshit episode 1, because quite frankly, Gooners, we all know the transfer window opens on the 1st 10 days to this. I thought it's 1st of June. I think it's
I go by Football Manager. 1st of June.
Yes. So
July.
Right.
Yeah, June. 1st of June. 1st of June.
Yeah. Well, that's when contracts expire, I think.
Yeah.
And so it's there's a lot of bullshit out there. So we're just going to do a couple of shows a week, maybe. I'm going to wait until I've got at least 5 articles to look at. And then you, that are wonderful listeners, will decide whether it's bullshit or not. And I will flash this up if you lot agree that it's bullshit. With me to judge this is Deac. Hello. How are you, dear?
Hello. I was having a think, because I've spoke about this before. Emile, who was linked to us, I've spoke about this many times on the pod. He was linked to us for ages. There became a running joke of him living in our medical room, constantly waiting to get his medical. So we can kind of sort of debate whether they're going to be Emile transfers or not. But yeah, no, I'm excited by the idea. I like it. This happens every single summer and every single winter, where there's transfer news and everything like that. Well, throughout the entire season, but especially at the moment, because they want to get the wheels turning. Agents want to boost the revenue of their player, maybe get another contract by trying to get interest elsewhere. So, and obviously this summer is going to be the most intense summer as an Arsenal fan when it comes to transfer news. It's going to be one of the busiest summers. So, what a perfect time to unleash this with episode 1.
Yeah, so you like it, Stan liked it, Josh liked it, Ellis liked it. So it looks like I might have at least 4 people to come and do some of these, but I have to save them up. And I'm only picking ones that are debatable or utter nonsense. So let's have a look and see who is in the chat with us. Straight away, Boy 10 saying, get the show starting now. That is at 4:45 p.m. So hopefully you come back in time. There's you there. And then there was me replying to them. There's Paul Nell, not Neil. Oi, oi. How you doing, sir? Mr. Waffles there in sunny Portland, hiding under a bush because it's, I don't know, nice weather, bad weather, who knows. The weather in East Anglia, where I am, near Cambridge, yesterday, 1,000,000 degrees, blazing sunshine, no clouds. Today, it's like it's November. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
I want to complain. Stephen Foote is there. Evening all ABWs. Hello. Jim Eves is evening all. Rudy Rastos is there. Good evening, Gooners. Boy 10. He is back. Called up all your favourite Eldrick horrors and make a deal with them. Your soul for Xavi Simmons. I don't know who Eldrick Horrors is. Probably a director. I don't know. Don't watch horrors. Got the child to watch Aliens the other night. I scared. She wasn't.
Wait, the second one? Aliens?
First one.
Oh, Alien?
Yeah.
Alien. Because it's not Aliens 2. It's not Alien 2. It's Aliens.
Yes, it is.
Aliens is my favourite by a country mile. When I was a little boy, I'd be about 6-7 years old watching it with my mate, and we watched it every week. It was like the ritual. I love that film. Ripley's the badass.
I think number 2 is brilliant, but they're all scary. But I found a Blu-ray box set, and then we only watched one, and then she went
fantastic. Back. Good stuff.
Rancid Pumpkin is there. Lovely. Breaking news from Rudy. Draxler is not coming. Someone tell Karl he's going to be furious. Pete Coulson is there. Oi, Gooners. And what else have we got? Rancid Pumpkin says Odegaard and Magalhaes are off to pick. Don't ruin it. Don't give it away. Stephen Furt, I'm old. Do I count as an acceptable co-host? Lol. Well, I'm 52. Deac's 21. I think I'm the. Jeff doesn't do his show. He's not done a single show all bloody season. but he's been doing the executive box wankers pods. You're fired, Jeff. You're fired. All right, let's move on to the first one. Some of these have got, well, the last one we're going to do is a lot of writing, but the first one, Deac, is this one. It says I'm going to read it from somewhere else because my eyes are grey and my knees are weak. From the Daily Express, Arsenal given green light to seal the Serge Gnabry transfer Mikel Arteta wanted last year. This is by Charlie Gordon, and it was done this Friday, the 2nd of June. Arsenal have been given the go-ahead to sign Serge Gnabry this summer after an eye-opening development at Bayern Munich. Eye-opening. Although the Gunners have recently cast their eyes elsewhere, casting eyes like witches, when looking for reinforcements out wide, a long-standing interest from manager Mikel Arteta could see the links resurface over the coming weeks. Deac, what do you have to say about this?
You know what? It's difficult. I loved Serge Gnabry. Like a year ago. I've not heard much of him this season. I'm going to be completely honest. I've not heard much of him this season. That's probably the reason why there's speculation of him leaving Bayern Munich. They had a bit of a wobbler this season. It went down to the last game and they won the league over Dortmund because Dortmund couldn't get the result that they needed, and that was all they needed to do was just get the result. But Bayern still won the. Yeah. Bayern won the league, but Jesus Christ, it wasn't like a standard Bayern Munich win like of old. So there's obviously going to be a lot of changes at that club, and so it kind of feels like a bit of a reject offering. If I'm honest with you, I don't know whether we're still. It's because I've not seen him this season. I've not heard anything from him this season. So I don't know whether that's going to be a thing that we would actually do. I know that Arteta loves him because he's an ex-Arsenal player. He can maybe get something out of him, but I don't know. Danny, do you think we're like past Serge? Is it? Are we past Serge Gnabry now?
Well, we saw when we brought in Jesus that he likes people with a little bit of experience in silverware, international and everything. Serge David Gnabry, still only 27 until he's 28, which will be the 14th of July. 5'9". It says a winger, but he's much like Jesus, isn't he? He can play absolutely anywhere. I remember when we still had him and he went to the Olympics for Germany and he scored 6 goals in 6 games. I remember thinking, for Germany, 22 in 41. And he's pretty consistent. Last season, just gone, 17 in 47. Season before that, 17 in 45. His best was 23 in 46. And I think they might have been playing a more advanced role. But he has got the flexibility to play anywhere across the front 4 positions easily, doesn't he?
Yeah. But I don't want another player that's jack of all trades up top. We've got Gabriel Jesus that can do that. Martinelli can do that to a stretch. I would like to see an out-and-out striker come to the club over someone like Serge Gnabry. As much as I appreciated him a little while ago, I think that signing an out-and-out striker is much more of a priority. Unless, Serge Gnabry comes... I know he said at the bottom of the article that he's valued at £27 million on transfer market. 47 million pounds. But if we get him something like a half price and payments, maybe. But as I said, I don't know. So I'm gonna say bullshit on it. Because I don't think that's going to happen. I think Arsenal are now looking elsewhere. I think the idea of the club has shifted. The strategy of the club has shifted. The tactics has shifted. I think we've moved away from that.
So people in the chat, put bullshit or not bullshit. I don't know if you can put bull or not bull, because I don't think you'd be able to put the word bullshit in the chat.
Isn't it?
So just put bull or not bull, and then I'll have a look and then bring them up.
Isn't it that? That's the sign language for bullshit.
Very good. That's very clever.
That's the sign language for. I can't do it because my mic's in the way. But there we go. There we go.
Yes.
There you go.
Horns. So the
horns, and then the pooing. So that's bullshit in sign language. So we can do that.
Rudy says Serge only signed a contract not long ago. He's won 5 back-to-back Bundesliga titles. Mr. Matt L. Roberts. Hello. It's a Arsenal ladies expert. If you've got any questions, go find him on Twitter and he'll put you right. Rudy says Gnabry ship has sailed long ago. Paul Nell Deac, is that Chris's pirate hat behind you?
No.
That's the V for Vendetta mask.
No. I've got a pirate hat here. Oh my god, I can't get this right. There we go. Oh Jesus Christ! There you go. Pirate hat. I've got a pirate hat.
Is that for
on the wall?
Sea of Thieves.
That was when I was like early streaming days, because my theme is all about Drylanders. So the film Waterworld. So it's all about so pirates
from
and
Valdez.
yes. So yeah, it was themed around my channel.
Okie dokie. Stephen Foot says squad player at best. Rancid says like Gnabry but bullshit. Angry Arse says bull. There you go, a little turd. You could probably put that in there. Angry Arse says
poo.
Bullshit. Matt says if you had to pick one Bayern forward, who would you want instead? Can't do that now. Stephen says half ball. Rudy says big ball about Gnabry. I say no because he's going to want too much money. He's a little bit too old, although he'd be good. But I think we've got Jesus, like you said. So that is officially
bullshit.
Bullshit. Right. Next one is going to be. I don't even know how this is a story. This is from the Daily Express again, written by Charlie Parker Turner. Don't trust someone who's got a double barrel surname like my daughter does. Very untrustworthy. Liverpool and Arsenal to miss out on ideal free transfer. Is this it? No, that's the wrong one. I'm reading. There we go. Is this next one by the Express? Man City A's Ilkay Gundogan makes final decision on Arsenal transfer before the FA Cup final in the Daily Express, written by Lewis Winter on Saturday the 3rd of June. Arsenal target Ilkay, I'm just going to say his surname, Gundogan, has reportedly made a big decision on the future ahead of Saturday's FA Cup final. Manchester City captain Gundogan has snubbed interest from Arsenal and will join Barcelona. According to reports, ahead of the FA Cup final against Manchester United, the German looks set to be leaving the Premier League after 7 years. Gundogan is out of contract at the end of this month. He has rejected all the offers of renewal so far and wants a long-term contract. So I can now minimise that one. Deac, what's your thoughts on this one?
Do you know what? I didn't even think about Barcelona. I think that's probably what he'll do. He's 32 years old. I would love the idea of bringing in Gundogan as a backup rotational central midfielder. I know that we've just gotten rid of Xhaka. He's 30, but Gundogan is still doing it at a very high level. He scored 2 goals in the FA Cup final for Manchester City, winning it for him, which actually gets us into the Community Shield, by the way, Danny. We've got a little bit of silverware to fight for. So that's cool stuff. The Barcelona makes a lot of sense. He's going to get a big contract. He's not going to get paid a lot, but it's going to be fantastic, isn't it? Playing in Barcelona. He's made a lot of money at City. I think that's probably a more astute decision from himself. So I'm gonna call bullshit on it. As much as I would like to bring him in, I think the fact that we're going to go in for Rice and Caicedo, I think will probably null and void his options for rotational chances in the team anyway. And looks like Mason Mount's going to United because he knows he's not going to be able to walk into the first team at Arsenal. He wants to have an easy option as opposed to a challenge. So that says everything you need to know about his quality. As much as Arteta wanted him, it looks like he's going to be going to United. So whatever it is, but yeah. So I'm going to call bullshit on the Gundogan. As much as I like him, he's a fantastic player. He's had a great season as well. He plays the Xhaka role even better than what Xhaka does. And Xhaka did a brilliant job this season. So, but there we are.
That's very true. He certainly did. Angry Arse makes a good point. Just because Arteta was assistant manager at Man City doesn't mean we want every player. Way too old, no thanks. Rancid says, would love Gundogan, but he isn't coming here. He stays at City or goes to Barca. Yep. Boy 10, I think Arteta can land Gundogan. Rudy, Gundogan wants a long-term contract and demands a high sign-on money. Plus, if he goes to play for Barcelona, it's a much, much easier league because there's only, 2.5 teams there. He'll piss it there. He's only got to play against Real Madrid. Angry Arse says, 32 in the wages, you'd need to play him. Fuck that. Stephen Furt, Xhaka's not gone yet. No, not yet. Matt says, bullshit on the Gundogan. He wants to try a new challenge. Doesn't make sense to move to North London. Pete says, bullshit. Gundo will stay at City. No diggity. Hot diggity. No Rudy says, Barcelona can't pay his wage demands. Dortmund could be in for Gundo.
Saying that, though, Danny, did you hear about a news article about Barcelona going in tandem with a team in the MLS? Is it Inter Miami?
No, I've not heard this.
So Inter Miami, I think it's... Please correct me. Somebody's probably going to correct me. I think it's Inter Miami are doing some sort of sponsorship deal with Barcelona where they bring Messi back on loan to Barcelona for like 2 years, but Inter Miami get pay the wages, the full wages of him, right? and then they get him after 2 years for free.
Yes, I did read about that the other day.
Yeah,
I saw the headline. I didn't read any
I don't know.
more
Maybe Gundogan might be another one of those. Maybe. But so I don't know.
It says here, this is 2010 and 2008. Yes, but here we go. This is from All Football, and they say Barcelona already failed to acquire a franchise in Major League Soccer. The La Liga giants are attempting to acquire a franchise in MLS in order to convince Lionel Messi to renew his contract that expires in 2021. This was in January. They wrote this. A few weeks ago, Messi said that he would love to stay and live in the United States and play for MLS. The Argentine contract so maybe this is quite a few years ago then. It says January. It doesn't say the year. But yeah, I do vaguely remember seeing that, and I didn't carry on with it. Sure. Ramsey says, what the fuck? Boy 10 says, Messi is going to City if they fail to win the Champions League somehow. I can't see him coming there. They don't. The only reason someone signs Messi is if it's Barcelona because he's got the DNA, or someone else because they want to make a big signing of
signing.
Like when Pele went to New York Cosmos, didn't go there because he's a great footballer. I went there for financial reasons. Phil says that would be mental. He could get a serious injury. I'm going to say, Deac says bullshit. I say bullshit. Most of you have said bullshit. So there we go. Gundogan to Arsenal. Bullshit. There we go. If you're not sure of any demonetization, there you go. That will fucking do it for you. All right, the next third one, we've only got 5 to do, is third one. That's the one I started to read out and got ahead of myself. Right, and go back here, and I go backwards. From the Daily Express, written by Charles Parker Turner. As I said, don't trust someone with a double surname. Liverpool and Arsenal to miss out on an ideal free transfer with 2 teams, quote, leading the race. Liverpool and Arsenal have the opportunity to bolster their defensive ranks for free, but look set to miss out. Premier League clubs are preparing to splash the cash this summer, though there are several top players available on free transfers over the coming months. Rafael Guerreiro is among those without a club. The English clubs look likely to miss out on the left back, the Portugal international born in France. Sean with Borussia Dortmund, I wouldn't say Sean, this season we've played a key role with their push to win. They failed to win the Bundesliga title because Dortmund are my team. Though their charge went unrewarded after failing to win the final match of the season. Guerreiro scored 4 and assisted 12 in 27 league appearances for Dortmund. Liverpool have had a long-term interest in him. What do you think about that?
I don't even think I'm going to give this much thought. Bullshit. No thanks. There's a reason why he's had an incredible season, but Dortmund hasn't continued his contract. So I'm good, thanks. I'm not even going to give this the time of day, Danny. I'm not even giving this time of day. What a load of crap. This is what we call an agent just putting out the feelers to try and gather some interest on his player so he can get himself a nice little juicy Brucey bonus.
Boy, not interested. Says, this one will totally happen. Phil says most freebies are over the hill. Yep. Matt Roberts says a good player, but not needed at this moment. If he is brought in, though, it also pushes Tavares out of the door. For me, donkey shit. Bullshit. Oh, it's a bull, not a donkey.
Oh, it is a bullshit.
Anyway. Pete says, never heard of him, so cow shit. And Rudy says, I smell shit. I say the same thing, although he's not bad. But and the Bundesliga is quite like the Premier League, a similar style of football. They had a good run. He scored 12 assists, but we don't want Tierney could get a load of assists. I don't think he's the kind of left back that we want. We want someone as cover for Zinchenko, who's not going to be a left back, who's going to come in and play covering defensive midfield, not roam down the left hand side. You're never going to get Zinchenko getting 12 assists in his career, let alone in a season. So it's not the kind of player we need. We're all agreed. Final offers. Guerreiro to Arsenal. Bullshit. Lovely. Right, let's move on to the penultimate one. This one might have legs. This one is Moise Caicedo. It's not about whether it's bullshit or not, but the article is from the Daily Mirror, and you know automatically bullshit with that. And it's written by Fraser Watson. Moise Caicedo, in quote, agrees personal terms, end quote. That's the bit I'm questioning amid Arsenal and Chelsea transfer battle. Moise Caicedo has been one of the stars of Brighton's Premier League this season, but the Seagulls face a fight to keep him with interest from Chelsea, Arsenal and Liverpool. Brighton star Moise has reportedly agreed terms with Arsenal despite being undecided as to where his future lies. Isn't that a bit of an oxymoron? He has agreed terms, although he doesn't know where he's going. What do you think to that?
That line right there is crap. But overall, is it Dezebre? That's the Dezebre. He pretty much promised Caicedo that if he stayed in the winter transfer, that he would be allowed to leave. McAllister's already he's gone now. That was confirmed today. He's going to Liverpool on a 4-year contract. Caicedo was the other player that was mentioned in the last game interview for Brighton. It's basically saying that those two players are 100% leaving, and one of them has already gone. So I wouldn't be surprised if Caicedo had already agreed terms in January with Arsenal. Whether it be just a gentleman's handshake or on paper, it's probably the first. But as much as that bit of line there where he's undecided about his future, but he's agreed terms with Arsenal, as you say, it's an oxymoron. But yeah, this is probably the first one that for me isn't bullshit. It's a player that I really like. I think he's a fantastic player. I've watched him loads of times this season because I watched Brighton a lot because of fantasy football. So I always watched Brighton because I had always a few Brighton players in my team. And Caicedo was always there. He was a fantastic player. His ball retention, as well as his ball recovery, is just unbelievable. He looked brilliant against a lot of the top 6 clubs. So I was very impressed with him. He's also a rotational option for that right-back role where he could play right-back, which he done against us. He played right-back for Brighton against us, and he was just incredible there. And if he could do something similar to what Zinchenko does on the right-hand side, I think that's kind of the balance that Arteta's looking for. So not only does he do the right-back role, but he can do the central mid role as well. So it would allow Rice to play a number 8, which he can perfectly do, and Caicedo play at right-back, sort of joining Partey if he stays, and Zinchenko in that defensive inverted wing-back positioning. So yes, for me, no bullshit. I think let's do it. Let's get involved.
But how about the quote that he's already signed, that he's already agreed terms?
Yeah, as I said, I think
two-parter, the terms, whether it's bullshit and whether he's going to come, whether it's bullshit.
I think, as I said, I think he's already agreed terms. I think he's done gentleman agreement. Whether he's signed the paperwork about it, I don't know. But I think a gentleman agreement to it all. I think that's probably correct.
Okay, good. Drago's there. All right, Cheeky, where have you been? Haven't seen you for a while. Probably knee-deep in snow. I mean, it is June. Bring me Raicedo. Don't care about anyone else. Matt Roberts said he can play further forward as well. I think that might have been the Carrero. Angry Ass says, get it done. Paul Rudy says, we certainly interested in Caicedo. Preference is Rice, though. Paul J, who is on Twitch. Hello. You're the only one there, but we do love Twitch. What do you think about Danny signing as our central defensive cover? I've been in talks. I've agreed terms, but I don't know where I'm going. It's me trying to sell my keyboard. The K and the L on my keyboard have broke. It's the second keyboard I've had from these people. I don't want to have to spend 40 quid on a new one, although I probably will. Pumpkin says, do it. Matt says, Liverpool can't afford to buy him, nor should Chelsea. So Arsenal should be the number 1 team in the talks. It's more of a waiting game. Yeah.
I love it's. I find this way too funny that Chelsea are trying to go in for him because they pulled out of the Ugarte race and he's going PSG now. And they're going in for Caicedo. And I'm like, Brighton have just got European football. Why would he go from Europa League and not choose Champions League and then just go, nah, I don't want any European football at all?
I mean, the poor lad, where are we down to here? I've got his stats up here. He's 21 years old. He's not 22 until he's 22, which is in November. He's only had 1 full season in the Premier League. That was last season. Before the season before that, he played 8 games in the Premier League. So his entire Premier League career is 45 games.
Yeah,
and how good is he already?
And he's so good. He's
so good.
So good.
And he's 5'10". He's still growing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
He's built for the Champions League. He wants to play in the Champions League. I'd be absolutely flabbergasted if he went to Chelsea.
Pete Coulson said, would love it to be true. I fear Bayern Munich or Chavs will hijack our deal. We haven't agreed personal terms with the Duck. We hadn't. I'll start again. Hadn't we agreed personal terms with the Duck? And he's put Duck shit.
That's a different situation, though. Basically, Shakhtar held him up for ransom. He had no choice in the matter.
They shook him for every penny.
They basically said, you go to Chelsea for this deal, or we'll basically just let you rot at the club. That's what they said to him. So it was like that or nothing. That's a different situation.
He doesn't want to be there, does he?
No, that was a different situation.
Nice one here from Drago. It says, Todd Bowley's flying circus will blow us out of the water with a ridiculous offer. Rancid Pumpkin, what's the opposite to bullshit? Yeah, let me know, people, what you would like me to bring up for when we think it's not bullshit. When it's maybe an angel holding a football. I don't know. Maybe a picture of Jack Wilshere. Just being Jack. I don't know. Or a smiling Saka. I don't know. I'll find something.
Yeah, so whether it's true, if it's true, then we need something positive because we've got bullshit, which is the no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Rudy says, for me personally, I'd prefer Caicedo over Rice for Arsenal. Rudy says, Don. Good. Phil says, Chelsea shouldn't be allowed to buy anyone for at least 10 players until they anymore till they at least 10 players. I think down to 10 players. Stan's there. Good morning from sunny Vancouver. You want Stan? You had your McDonald's yet and your coffee? They're saying hello to Stan. Phil says, worried if we change too many players in the first 11, we'll have a similar season. Good point. Super is there. Howdy doody, Super. I think I talked to you on Twitter the other day. I only noticed you by your fuck off, Betty, you twat. Fucking cat. There's no need for that. It's just stretched out on the whole of my desk. Now I've got about 2 square inches to move the mouse. Oh, dear. Boy 10 says, get a Chinese or Korean gamer keyboard made of bricks. I need a silent one. Stephen says, I prefer Ogate. Good. Thumbs up, guys. Yeah, nice one, Rudy. Thank you very much for that. Phil says, I'm 54 and still growing. Yeah, but you're growing outwards, Phil, much like I am. Angel farts versus bird bullshit. A white tars? A banana, says Angry Arse. Matt Roberts. How about a Dennis with a halo? Now
banana, I think Angry Arse was the banana for the positive.
Yeah.
Bruised banana.
We do have a I do have a Dennis Bergkamp one. This in the top right hand corner. I maybe could do that and put my halo on it. I quite like that. I'll have to go and find that picture. I'll put this one back up. Right, where are we down? I was going to the comments, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I like that one, Paul. Pete says, are AFC holding and are Xhaka still... Are Arsenal holding on to Xhaka until we land either of Rice-Seed? See, what I should do is look at it. When I'm looking at the tiny writing in the bottom right, not the big writing. So you used word holding. I thought Big Bob holding, and I got excited because you know my love for Big Bob. Are we holding on to Xhaka until we get either Rice or Caicedo, do you think?
I wouldn't be surprised if Xhaka leaves in the next few weeks, regardless of what happens.
Okay. And Mr. Waffle says, it's sunny and beautiful here in the Pacific Northwest, Portland. Ricedo? No. Oh, and Super says, I've got mad Photoshop skills. I'll whip you that up. Hey, look, will you, Super? Excellent. You know my Twitter.
Fantastic.
Do that. That'd be lovely. So for the meantime, what can I bring up for a picture of not bullshit? I will do El Nenny's. It's an El Nenny. Caicedo is coming and he has agreed terms. El Nenny's say yes. Excellent. And the final one I've got, because we're not doing these for too long. This is I'm going to go and get it up on my one first so I can. It's this one. I've never seen so much bullshit. It's like someone wrote a tweet about it. This one, ready, people? Hold on to your socks. Here we go. From the Daily Express, written by Joe Krishanan. PSG, in quotes, consider Thierry Henry appointment. I've later found out it's assistant manager. End quote. He could steal 4 Arsenal favourites. Hold on to yourselves. Your sides are splitting. Arsenal may need to be on guard to protect Mikel Arteta's important stars. As Thierry Henry has been linked to the PSG vacancy. No, it's as someone said he might bring him in as assistant manager, we found today. This was done yesterday, Sunday the 4th. Arsenal will be wary of potential transfer raid on their summer raid on their squad this summer. Despite, I want to make this bigger. Despite qualifying for the Champions League next season, PSG are reportedly considering 2 candidates to replace Christophe Galtier. Thank you very much, Chris. As their head coach, with Julian Nagelsmann believed to be the front runner, but with Thierry Henry, also, don't breathe out when you're saying Thierry. Thierry, that's what I did. I breathed out. I did a breathe. I did breath. Also in the frame for the Gunners have cause to feel worry about their best players being targeted, according to Foot Mercato. What the fuck is that? Is that some kind of disease that cows get in their feet? Nagelsmann is considered a serious candidate for the PSG job. The German recently linked with a Tottenham job. I think he told him to get fucked after leaving Bayern Munich at the end of March, but is no longer in the frame, and he is understood to be keen on coaching in France. But if talks break down with a 35-year-old, Henry is likely to be viewed as a contingency option to steer the Parisian club back on course. He'll do a Vieira. So the 4 players, people, this article says Martin Odegaard. PSG have been linked with the move for the Norwegian star in recent weeks, but it would take some offer to even tempt Arsenal to allow him to go. The other one, Big Willie Saliba. This might have legs, but I'm going to pretend it doesn't. As his contract negotiations continue to drag on, there will be more optimism for the likes of PSG and Barcelona that Saliba could be available for a cut price fee. Fuck off. Martinelli, shut up. One of 4 Arsenal players to register double figures for goals in the Premier League this season. Martinelli is still only 21, but understands his role and responsibility as a key player. He has the star quality that PSG might be looking for now that Messi is leaving and Neymar could be going out the door in the summer. And finally, Kieran Tierney. For me, the only one that is even slightly close to being available, but he isn't going to go and play for PSG. Oh, I hid you there. I forgot to unhide you. What's your thoughts on that, Deac? All of our star players going as Vieira goes to PSG and goes full. I mean, what did he do when he was managing MLS?
Sorry, Danny, I'm allergic to complete and utter bullshit. That's my problem there. I've got this allergy thing. You see,
I'm going to start spamming this anyway.
Yeah, just. Do you know what? Right, there's 2 parts to this, isn't there? Thierry Henry being linked to become the new PSG manager is bullshit. That's not happening in a million years. The guy's got no. Don't get me wrong. Henry was a fantastic football player, but sometimes that does not translate into becoming a manager. And let's safe to say he's not got the credentials to warrant a PSG situation. So, with regards to the rest of it, with Martin Odegaard, William Saliba, and Gabriel Martinelli, what a load of bullshit. As you said, though, Tierney's probably the only one that could possibly make a move, and that's got nothing to do with Thierry Henry. I think it's just whether Arsenal want to let Kieran Tierney, make a move, and offers will come in for him. But yeah, I've never heard so much absolute utter garbage. However, can we just bask in the wonderfulness that how fucked up Tottenham are right now? They are absolutely fucked. Nobody wants to manage there. Nobody wants to go there. Ancelotti called it like we all knew it was recently when he got let go and basically said that they are literally a cancer inside the club. They've not got European football. They've got lots and lots of debt. They've got the stadium still to pay for. Harry Kane is pretty much guaranteed to leave, with potentially going to Real Madrid, which means that they won't strengthen United. So I'm all for it. So yes, I just want to because that was just a beautiful part. But yeah, the rest of the article, bullshit. Bullshit, but I've never heard so much crap. This isn't, somebody said that's some poor, embarrassing journalism. This isn't journalism. This is just someone
says, Matt's put bullshit, smiley face, smiley face. This feels like someone's made an IT account making, in quotes, wild rumours. What's next? Benzema to Arsenal or Ronaldo to return back to United? Although the government in wherever he's playing have decided to take the charge of the club. So he could be gone. I don't know. I didn't read the article because much like the Messi one, I don't really care. I look at the headline and then move on.
That's it. But yeah,
Pete says the Express total clown shit, embarrassing journalism.
It's just a random opinion. It's just some random guy who I've got to write an article.
That wouldn't even happen on Football Manager, people, let alone real life.
A load of crap. Yeah.
Mr. Wobble says bullshit. Boy 10 says, damn, that street weed has gotten really strong over there. And what else have we got? Our very own Stan. There's a good one about Gabriel Mega Legs being pursued by PSG. Where else we done? Boy 10 says, how could anyone want to manage Tottenham after Mourinho and Conte failed there? Not even a Carabao for either of them. And he says, Ronaldo is in trouble in Saudi Arabia because his missus is posting pictures on Instagram with few clothes on. Never be allowed, is it? You can't go to someone else's country and not behave by the laws. I mean,
it's culture. That's cultural respect.
That doesn't happen over here to anyone. So where were we? Yes, sneaky. I haven't got away with that one. Right, people. So we are going to finish that one with a bullshit. I'm going to leave it there because it's so much bullshit. Right, people. There we go. We hopefully we will have a Dennis Bergkamp with an angel halo on him. Not predicting his imminent death or anything, but just saying that the angel Bergkamp has said yes, he's given it his blessings.
I like that. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, the halo, the holy Bergkamp is giving it his blessing.
That's it. Right, that's it. We've done 5. We've said 1 is not bullshit, Caicedo to Arsenal, and the other 4 were all mostly bullshit. I looked today. There wasn't anything in the papers today. I use News Now as my source for this because then I don't have to go to the individual papers. And then when I get some more, we will do some more. So I don't know who will be with me next time. If everyone can't bother to turn up next time, it'll probably be Deac or Stan. It'll be one of those two. So hopefully, yes. And we will be back whenever there's something new to discuss. I might have a cheeky pod with me and Gav. Because now that Gav is free, he rang me earlier, but my phone was on charge. Me and Gav just having a chit chat about how the world of podcasting has changed in 10 years and what we've done and how it all started and stuff like that. So might do something like that. But other than that, that's it. We've done 36 minutes for what should have been 20 minutes. Deac, you have been effervescent and fantastic.
Yeah, I love the idea. It's great, Danny. So I was excited to get involved in this and just have a little bit of a laugh. And not have to follow any sort of lines or just be stressed about timing or anything. Just sit around and just go bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. Right, people. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the show, then you're probably on crack. But maybe give it a thumbs up. Possibly subscribe. What I always say, if you work for a company like maybe ICI or the BBC or for Elon Musk, just go into the company email account, CC everybody, and include the link to this with oh my God, you won't believe what's here. And then you never know, people might be up to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the day. Probably won't be. Right, we're going to go 37 minutes. Thank you very much. You've all been wonderful. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
As soon as I scored that goal, I was fucking livid. Get down, dog. Splendid business.
He nearly caught the bloody thing. What are you talking about?
So I've just eaten a full quiche. Well, you don't often see them at Ibs, so when you see them in the supermarket, they need to be swagged, microwaved immediately, and get the brown sauce on and bosh, Bob's your uncle.
Never in doubt.